7:34 if you're watching us live. If you're watching us on delay, well, check your watch. I don't know what time it is. Welcome to the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. I'm Jason DeRusha. Barely looks like morning out there. A little dark behind us as sunrise getting later and later, isn't it? We're headed, well, we know where we're headed. I don't want to talk about it. It is fall. The weather feels like it. Kind of nice today. I love this time of year. A little crisp air outside. You know, I mean, think of the money you're saving on antiperspirant, right? Like, who's sweating right now? Well, Sean is sweating, but otherwise. 66 today. That's about the same we saw yesterday. Tomorrow is when everything goes all haywire. High winds, this kind of massive storm system that's going right through the midsection of the country. So Riley will join us tomorrow during the morning update so we can keep you up to date on all of that. Should be good. I want to talk about this today because really for the first time we know that part of the Daytons Project in downtown Minneapolis is going to open. I think some of us wondered if this thing was ever going to open, but November 18th, there's going to be kind of a maker's market in there, the departments at Dayton's. So it'll be a bunch of local there are jewelry producers, food, clothing, woodwork, all sorts of different artists. Going to be a great collection of people on the first floor of the remodeled historic Dayton's building right on Nicollet Mall. This kind of the area here with the pillars, that will be part of it. And then the woman who's curating this, who is just a superstar, she has brought together kind of the makers markets in the IDS building, and then during the Super Bowl when there were local producers. She's awesome. But she told me it's going to spill into the J.B. Hudson, the old J.B. Hudson space, kind of in the background, right on the corner. That is going to be beautiful. So here's our question for you. The Daytons Project, lots of anticipation. Many of you remember shopping at Dayton's, so there's nostalgia there. The Dayton's name went away 20 years ago and became Marshall Field's, and then became Macy's. And then Macy's shut down the downtown store, and then we've seen this redevelopment. Will you come downtown to check it out? Opens in mid-November, just in time for the Christmas shopping season. So we want to know, what is your level of excitement about that? Is this the kind of thing that would bring you back downtown? Would you maybe check it out if you work down here, or is it enough to get you to come on down? Kind of where you at on Dayton's? Do you remember it? Do you connect with it? Do you not? Let us know in the comments of the Facebook page, and we will share some comments coming up. We have been covering since Sunday morning the breaking news of the bar shooting in St. Paul. Some have questioned why there isn't more outrage, more community protest, or vigils, or anything like that. It is worth considering, that question for sure. But this morning we have a better idea as to what actually went down inside this bar. 15 people in all were shot, one innocent woman killed, two men who were shooting, both injured, but then all of those other folks, Devondre Phillips and Terry Brown, according to the criminal complaints, revealing that the gunfire may have started over a fight between those two. There may have been a romantic interest or a domestic violence kind of situation, but these two were connected. There was a small vigil last night for the woman who was killed, Markeisha Wiley, and there is a bit of a memorial for her on West 7th Street. But I hope we haven't become so kind of immune to the emotional impact. 15 people shot at a bar just looking to have fun. We can't just say, this is what we expect in our cities. It isn't, and it's not okay. So been some reaction from the community about that. Proctor High School, what a sad situation out there, looking for a new football coach this morning. At the school board meeting, football coach Derek Parendo resigned. His team is under investigation. At the school board meeting, they didn't really go into details about what went on. They just accepted the resignation. But the school board cut the football, they just canceled the football season. And all they said was student misconduct. But we got some information from students out there that it sounds like it was a hazing incident that was rather invasive and violent. So police investigation continues there. Big change today for people who are behind on their rent. or maybe in jeopardy of defaulting on your rent, eviction protections are ending in Minnesota. Today is the day that those protections end, unless you're eligible for rental assistance. So you can file an application for that. So starting today, property managers no longer have to provide a 15-day pre-eviction filing notice. So if you're behind on your rent, you should go to this Rent Help MN website as soon as possible and see if you qualify for renter's assistance. And we have a link to that at WCCO.com. We may find out today how Gabby Potito died. You know the story. Gabby Potito, 22 years old, found dead in the Tetons in Wyoming last month. FBI only said the manner of death is homicide, which could mean a million different things. Coroner expected to share the results of the autopsy today, so we'll get a sense as to what the cause of death really was. Potito's fiance, Brian Laundrie, main suspect here, he came home to Florida without her more than a week before she was reported missing, and then he went missing too, so we have no idea where he is. If he is still alive, if he is in hiding, who knows? If you're flying Southwest today, be prepared to wait and wait. Travel problems still, well, this is what, day 5 of this now? And again, at least 80 flights canceled, more than 170 have been delayed. Since Friday, more than 2,000 flights have been grounded. You know, these companies will never learn, will they? Southwest blamed the weather. And then they were saying, like, air traffic control, and the FAA is like, well, we're fine. All the other airlines are fine. What are you talking about? The Southwest Pilots Union pushing back on speculation. Some reporting from CBS News that the issues might be related to the company's pending vaccine mandate. Whatever it is, it appears to be staffing issues, and Southwest canceling more flights. If you're flying, you don't care, really. Do you care what the cause is? No, like, just if I booked a flight, I want to fly. Spirit Airlines, remember, they had to cancel hundreds of flights this past summer. Delta had a stretch over Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter as well, so cancellations happening a lot. And you might wonder what kind of compensation you should expect when this happens. John Lauritsen asked Kyle Potter, the executive editor of Thrifty Traveler, which is a nationwide travel website, but it's based right here in the Twin Cities. And he says airlines could owe you money. It's a federal law that airlines must guarantee a full refund if your flight is canceled.
They're not always very forthcoming about that. They may just say, hey, sorry about your flight. Here's a flight credit to use within the next year.
Refund only solves half the problem for those who still have to get from point A to point B in that same day. And in some cases, you know, it can cost double to rebook. So great, I get a refund, but now it's costing me twice as much. Whatever, you should make sure you get that refund. You're entitled to it, so make sure you get that refund from the original airline. We love this story of a Minnesota officer with a new ride, thanks to a couple of generous community members. Eric Mattson, we've all been following and cheering for Officer Eric Mattson's recovery. He was shot. The guy who shot him is now serving a 35-year sentence. This happened in Waseca a year and a half ago, and Mattson's been recovering ever since. Look at the gift he just got. Somebody decked out this golf cart to look exactly like his police squad car. There's the whole crew. Shelley Bartlett organized this thing. She got the seats donated. Look at that, the little shield of the Waseca Police Department on the seat, all the customization. The squad number done for free. Super generous. Great idea. Shelley, nice work. And you see Eric Mattson and his wife and the smiles there. Terrific. Nice stuff. The community in Waseca, well, all of Minnesota has really kind of surrounded this family with hugs, but it's been great to see especially how Waseca has stepped up to step up for him. Let's get back to our conversation. Today we're talking about the new Daytons Project, unveiling just in the overnight hours that they're going to have this new makers market. The departments at Dayton's, just kind of playing off that department store vibe. And they're going to rotate in. It's a lot of, you know, women-owned, black-owned businesses. Super, super cool. I love shopping at Dayton, says Pam Lee, and I will come downtown to shop. We love to hear that. We're here, you know, WCCO, we're right here in the heart of downtown. So we're cheering for downtown success, I'll tell you that much. Thanks, Pam. Here's Cindy. I would love to check it out. I hope we are not stamping out the historical significance of some of these downtown buildings. Cindy, I've walked through the Daytons Project, and this is, I will say, you know, if you shopped at Macy's or Marshall Fields, I think the architectural design of the Daytons Project actually opens up a lot of the building that was walled off by these department stores. So it's a knockout. So I'm with you. We gotta hang on to that historical significance. Thanks, Cindy. Here's Suzanne. Childhood memories of going downtown to Dayton's at Christmas time will draw me downtown. Yeah, we moved here in 2003. 2001 is when Marshall Fields took over Dayton's, and I grew up in Chicago. So I was a Marshall Fields guy. Like, I didn't understand at first kind of the emotional connection there is to Dayton's. But there are a lot of people who still call Macy's Dayton's. Thanks, Suzanne. Annette says it looks beautiful, but no, I'm not sure it would bring me downtown. Fair enough. Thanks, Annette. And here's Maggie. I would be interested in checking it out. Fond memories of the Dayton's holiday displays. Would love to see them return. They have to do the windows, right? Like, it's kind of a no-brainer. If you're the Dayton's Project, you're trying to bring people downtown, gotta do it. Gotta do the Christmas windows. Always, yeah, I remember that as a kid as well. And even here, back when they used to do that when it was Marshall Fields. Good stuff. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you hanging out with us on the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. We will do this again tomorrow.